Welcome to Channel 17, the Town of Colonie Government Channel.
You can see me okay, right? Good morning, everyone. And luckily, as Mark said, the weather cooperated with us this morning. Got a little worried there last year. Wanted to keep everybody last week, rather. Want to keep everybody safe. I want to thank you again for inviting me to join you today. I especially want to thank you, Mark, for holding this event and putting everything together with your staff, as well as Alan Krafchen, chair of the board, and all the board members as well. And thank you, Steve, for that nice introduction. I also, there are many elected officials here that I don't want to start naming them because I'm sure I'll miss someone, but I want to thank you for taking the time out of your busy day today to be here, as well as our many Town of Colonie staff here today. I see one big table right here, so I really appreciate everyone being here, as well as everyone from the business community. You all truly helped to make Colonie one of the greatest towns in the nation. As this is my 4th state of the town, which it's hard to believe that we've already been through 3 years, I am honored to continue to have the opportunity to serve all the members of the Town of Colonie, and I'm proud to say that together we have achieved many major accomplishments. We will continue to work together in a collaborative manner as we move into the future and strive to maintain our excellent quality of life here in Colonie. Time rushes by, but we've come a long way in 3 short years. I really want to emphasize the strong progress we've made so far by working together. Today, our town government is leaner and more efficient than ever. Although we've been experiencing the worst economic time since the Great Depression, we have managed to reduce the deficit while keeping taxes low. And we've preserved the excellent services that make Colonie such a great place to live and do business. One of the lessons I learned from my years as an educator when working with students that had many obstacles to overcome, many challenges, is I taught them to always build on their strengths and their weaknesses will come along. And I too have tried to remember that as we work to rebuild the town. As a result of focusing on the positive and identifying our strengths, we've made great progress, and we're still building. Speaking of strengths, how about our Colonie Police Department? This year, Colonie has been ranked the safest community of size in the nation for the 2nd year in a row. That's an amazing accomplishment, and certainly one for the record books. Public safety is a top priority and one of the most basic elements of a good life. It involves a commitment on the part of our whole workforce and community. Our entire community shares this high honor. And thank you to all who helped Colonie earn this prestigious award. Chief Hyder is here with us today, and I'm sure you all want to join me in recognizing him and all the members of the Colonie Police Department for a job well done. Thank you, Steve. As many of you know, Steve's a little shy. In addition, our Colonie EMS department was recognized this year for excellence in emergency cardiac care. Cardiac arrest victims in Colonie now have an astonishing 22% survival rate, a result of new protocols implemented by our EMS staff. Let's all take a moment to express our appreciation to our EMTs and paramedics for embracing the changes that have brought about such unbelievable success. And today, Deputy Chief Peter Berry is here representing our EMS department. Thank you, Peter. And also in the area of public safety, our fire services department staff, along with our 12 volunteer fire departments throughout the town, continue to do an outstanding job. We are getting closer to expanding the training opportunities at our municipal center on training center on Wade Road. I would like to thank Chief Peter Latanzio for his continued efforts on this important project. I'd also like to thank Assemblyman Bob Riley and Assemblyman Jack McEnany and District Attorney David Soares for supporting us on this project. And I also want to say that I owe a huge debt of gratitude to all of our town employees. As you know, we have worked hard to reduce the size of town government to make it more sustainable. We could not have accomplished all that we have without the cooperation of our workforce. They've all had to do more with less, and I truly appreciate their efforts and commitment to our town. For openers, let me just say that we have reduced the size of the town budget for the second year in a row. This year's budget at $92.7 million is $1 million less than last year's. And last year's budget was almost $500,000 less than the year before. That means we've reduced operating costs by almost $2 million in just 2 years. Saving that much money took a lot of hard work and flexibility on the part of all involved. Our strength was in our collective determination to find new ways to reduce the cost of town government. This year, we will also save almost $500,000 in debt service, partly as a result of having the negative outlook removed from our bond rating. That was a goal I worked for since taking office in 2008. In removing the negative rating, Moody's Investor Services said their action was based on the expectation that we would continue to build on our 2 consecutive years of favorable operational and budgetary results. Again, our strength was our resolve to make the kind of progress that could move us forward, and listening to various financial advisors to learn what we had to do to improve our financial condition. In addition, we will have 37 fewer full-time employees this year, a reduction we achieved through attrition, early retirements, and departmental consolidations. Eliminating those 37 positions will save the town almost $1.2 million this year alone. And these are savings that are carried forward every year, not only in future savings on salaries and benefits, but also on retirement costs down the line. We are fortunate to have a town workforce that was willing to step up to the plate and accept change, which I think we all know is not always easy. A great deal of time and effort has gone into developing new ways of doing business. As I've mentioned, department consolidations, we've saved $400,000 by combining our youth services with parks and recreation and our fire services with our building department. These internal operational changes allowed us to cut the cost of service delivery. But I want to note that the level of services we provide will not be diminished. Although we continue to make great progress, we all know times have changed, and we will continue, to be challenged in years ahead. The uncertain economy persists. Sales and mortgage taxes, 2 of the town's biggest revenue sources, have been down for a while. However, we are slowly beginning to see a positive change. And at the same time, costs beyond our control continue to rise. This year, we faced unprecedented increases in mandatory contributions into the New York State retirement system. It could be anywhere between, or up to, I should say, a 39% increase, which is really unbelievable. And I'm sure it's no surprise to you that our health insurance costs continue to rise, perhaps by as much as 15% this year. But I'm happy to report that for the first time ever this year, all town employees will be helping to offset these costs by contributing 10% of their premiums. This is a huge step forward, and one my administration has been working toward since 2008. We have seven different negotiating units representing town employees. And getting all of them to agree to a uniform contribution was a huge accomplishment. We continue our efforts to make progress to reduce the deficit. As a result of the worst financial downturn since the Great Depression, we were not able to pay down as much as we had anticipated, but at this point we have eliminated about $5.5 million of the deficit. This past fall, we received our most recent audited financials. And unfortunately, our auditors identified an additional $1.2 million, which is part of the inherited deficit. This had occurred in the landfill, and it wasn't identified until the last audit. But hopefully at this point, it has all been identified. We knew from the beginning that the town's financial situation was a major challenge. However, on a positive note, I'm proud to report that the 10-year financial plan we implemented in 2008 has been very successful, and we will continue to stay on this structured path of good financial management. As business people, you know that a healthy tax base is important to our bottom line, as important to our bottom line as good management practices. And I have made it a priority for my administration to make Colonie more business friendly, not only as a way to encourage more businesses to locate here, but to keep the ones we already have. We have made many positive strides, and keeping taxes low is a great way to do that, but we have also worked hard to streamline the approval process for new projects so developers will see that Colonie is truly a great place to do business. The use of town-designated engineers to oversee major projects has proven to be successful in reducing the amount of time it takes to bring major projects to completion. Also, we've put new procedures in place to shorten the time it takes to obtain final review of smaller projects. And our new online tracking system allows us to monitor ongoing progress on projects much more efficiently. We have made big strides, but we're still looking to do better. Currently, we've implemented a team to work on a plan to improve the project permitting process to make it more user-friendly for our customers. We have also continued our focus on redevelopment of underutilized sites. And who among us has not been impressed by the redevelopment spurred on by the location of the Fresh Market in Latham? The Fresh Market has opened to great reviews, and now the rest of the plaza is being rebuilt. This is a perfect example of a team of our staff members coming together, aggressively seeking new businesses and opportunities for our town, and following through with excellent results. The Fresh Market location is now a focal point in Latham, one that we can all be very proud of, and it represents the type of development that we want to attract to our town. It was also wonderful to hear the positive comments from the developers of this project as they work through the planning process with our staff, and it's great to have our hard work recognized. In addition, we have completed several other sites around town. Precision valve automation is up and operating at the 115,000 square foot facility at 1 Mustang Drive. This facility, which was a vacant manufacturing property, was retooled for PVA's needs. PVA is doing very well in their new location, and I predict they will be looking to expand in the near future. Another major redevelopment project has been completed at 1839 Central Avenue. Central Square Plaza is an attractive site that fits in nicely with our redevelopment of the Route 5 corridor. Also, on the corridor, Green's Appliances has completed a major addition, and next door at 1225 Central Avenue, the owners of Paisan's Pizza have taken down 4 abandoned buildings to prepare for their new restaurant. This entire block has been greatly improved, and we appreciate the efforts of these businesses working with us to help reduce the number of abandoned properties in town. In addition to the sites I've mentioned, we have been working with developers and residents to bring smart development to various areas throughout the town, as well as to clean up several areas that have been neglected. Some of the new development includes angiodynamics, a new residence hall at Siena College, a new office building on Albany Shaker Road, the new Papa John's on the corner of Route 2 and Old Loudon Road, and the new Berkshire Bank on the corner of Route 9 and Glenard Road, to name a few. Also, we saw much needed cleanup at the corner of Osborne Road and Albany Shaker Road, which is still going on, and the abandoned Clay's Seafood site on Sand Creek Road, where there will be new development. As you can see, we have been working hard to turn our economic development goals into realities, and we still have a lot more work to complete. The Planning Department has been working for several months on redevelopment of the abandoned Starlight Music Theater property into a new office park designed to attract high-tech companies. And we haven't given up hope for redevelopment of some of our more challenging sites, such as the Latham Circle Mall, the Tobin First Prize site, and Adirondack Steel. We continue to dialogue regarding these areas, and perhaps as the economy improves, we will have more interest in the future. Although we are faced with extremely difficult economic times, we have not lost sight of the fact that our town has so many wonderful assets and much to offer new businesses. We've maximized our efforts to succeed in these tough times, and I'm happy to say we continue to achieve our goals. In addition to our new business development and redevelopment, we have several residential developments in the process throughout the town, offering a variety of styles of homes to meet the varying needs of our residents. We are fortunate to live and work in such a desirable area. I'd like to take a moment to thank our Planning and Economic Development Director, Joe LaCivita, and our planning staff as well, the town's planning board, for their continued efforts toward bringing smart growth and positive changes to Colonie. Thank you, Joe. I know you're here. There you are. Future efforts to redevelop areas in need of new life will be aided by our Route 5 corridor inventory study, which has now been completed, and corridor studies focusing on Railroad Avenue and Route 32. Our Small Business Advisory Council continues to offer suggestions and has helped us to identify some areas in our processes that needed improvement. Also, the town board authorized the creation of an LDC, which will provide a dedicated loan fund for small businesses. These efforts are still works in progress, and we will keep working on them. We recognize the importance of small businesses, and we all know they are the backbones of job creation. I think we would all agree that we are fortunate to live and do business in such a desirable town. But the town, like any property, needs constant attention and upkeep. We must be sure that we are maintaining our infrastructure to meet future needs. Our roads in particular suffered from the neglect of past years, with almost half of them needing repair or nearing the end of their useful life. To correct this problem, we began an ambitious 5-year, $10 million paving and drainage program last year to bring back the town to a consistent repaving schedule and address some pressing stormwater issues. Last summer, repaving projects on 51 roads and 56 stormwater management projects were completed. I believe that's the latest number, correct, Jack? Jack Cunningham, our Commissioner of Public Works, is here, who has worked on this project for quite a while, and we're proud to say we had excellent results this past year. And we anticipate another successful and productive season coming up. Another major project in town, the water tank relocation project, is almost complete. This $11.5 million endeavor provides an upgraded water line system that will take us far into the future. And this project actually was initiated from our airport authority, working on safety for that particular area. And so they have done a tremendous job working with the town to put this whole project together. and it is coming to the end of the project as we speak. And this project has been paid for by the FAA, the Airport Authority, and stimulus funds. And John O'Donnell from the Albany County Airport is here with us today as well. And we've done a tremendous amount of work with us. And we're going to be missing that checkerboard square on the tank as we come into Latham. Everybody that's been in the area knows the checkerboard tank, but safety comes first. So we have also been fortunate in realizing several infrastructure improvements as a result of successful partnerships with our federal, state, and county counterparts. The redesign of the Route 7 interchange, which is at Exit 6 by the state, known as a single point urban interchange, also called a SPUI, is a standout, greatly improving traffic flow at a notoriously congested interchange. This was an unbelievable project, extremely challenging. We have received nothing but great comments on the work that DOT has done with this project and their staff, all of the contractors. As you know, that particular area was extremely congested. Working under those conditions and keeping the traffic moving was surely a great challenge. They finished ahead of time, and as I've stated, we've received nothing but positive comments on the relief of the congestion. It was a lot easier to learn how to use than everybody thought. I have to admit, I took my first ride at midnight because I didn't want to be driving on it when any cars were around. And it worked out well, so I'm not afraid of it anymore. But we have the first SPUI that is actually, goes over the highway. There are, I think, 2 others located in the state, and they go under. So it's really a showpiece. And I'm sure we will have many people coming here to observe how it works. And I want to commend the staff of the State Department of Transportation for doing an outstanding job with a very challenging project. They walked us through this project step by step, which allowed us to provide a safe environment for our travelers and an understanding of the dynamics of the entire process. We thank everyone involved with this project for their hard work and excellent service. In addition, a new roundabout at Maxwell Road and Albany Shaker Road and another at Route 155 and Old Niskayuna Road are a result of partnerships with Albany County. I want to thank County Executive Michael Breslin and his team for their leadership on these successful and much-needed projects. And I think I saw Mike in the audience. Thank you, Mike. Regarding an update on energy projects, we were fortunate to receive a federal energy block grant for the new HVAC units at the town library and a new boiler at the community center. These projects have been completed, and we are already saving energy and saving money. In the first quarter alone, we saved $9,000 in energy costs at the library. As I mentioned last year, Congressman Paul Tonko helped us receive more than $660,000 of federal stimulus funds, which helped us to complete these energy projects. And I thank him for advocating for our needs. And I believe his mentor is here, Congressman Michael McNulty. Thank you for doing such a great job with Paul. Thank you for being here, Mike. It is imperative that we continue to explore all opportunities to advance our town forward as we move into the future. We've identified our landfill as an area to explore for potential opportunities to increase revenue generation, utilize new technologies, and extend the useful life of this very important town resource. By exploring our options, we will have a better vision for one of our most valuable assets and an opportunity to make it more profitable and productive. And as we continue on our journey into the future, we need to be sure we are doing everything we can to position the town for success in the high-tech arena. That is why I was happy to see that the committee charged with reviewing the town's 2005 comprehensive plan recommended that it be updated to address high-tech development. Here, we can also build on our strengths, which in part can be summed up as location, location, location. We have unparalleled access to the airport and all the major highways and waterways. We have outstanding schools and incredibly beautiful parks. We are close to every conceivable sort of cultural or recreational opportunity. We have all types of businesses that offer a wide variety of goods and exceptional services for consumers. And to top it all, we are the nation's safest community. We are all aware of the advancement of high technology in the capital region. Colonie's location is prime for spin-off companies from development occurring in surrounding areas. We can all benefit from the intellectual energy and good-paying jobs they bring with them. The decision of Angiodynamics to relocate its corporate office here last year was a huge feather in our cap, and plans are now underway for new development at Century Hill, designed to attract others like it. I'm proud to say that since taking office, I think we've succeeded in bringing major players to the table for positive and productive conversations that have yielded real results. I look forward to continuing this dialogue. I know the Chamber has added several high-tech friendly programs to its roster of other business-friendly programs, and I hope we can learn from you as the town looks to attract high-tech businesses to benefit all of us. In seeking to attract high-tech businesses, the town is fortunate to have the outstanding schools necessary for preparing the educated workforce these businesses require. Our children are the future generation of leaders and role models, and the foundation for their academic future begins at a very young age. We know the importance of working collaboratively with our school personnel to be sure our children have every advantage for academic success. We have the responsibility to do everything we can to offer opportunities for our young people to participate in our government and help them prepare to meet the demands of a changing world. That is why we have worked hard in these difficult financial times to maintain excellent programs for our youth, such as the DARE program, the Youth Advisory Board, Youth Court, the Wraparound program, a variety of programs at our town library, summer camps, the Summer Enrichment Program, youth art shows, Students in Local Government Day, and internship programs. We will continue to do our best to offer high-quality programs for our children. In addition, on the other end of the spectrum, we have outstanding programs for our seniors as well, and we work collaboratively with Senior Services, Inc. and our Senior Resources Department from the town, and we work very hard to offer a variety of services, recreational programs, as well as programs that help our seniors with things such as transportation, may need some help with heating costs, programs to help them take care of their health needs. We are recognized as offering some of the best programs that you could have in Colonie. And finally, there are many more opportunities waiting to be discovered as we move into 2011. Working together toward common goals, we have overcome many challenges and achieved major accomplishments. And I can tell you that the state of the town today is much improved and stronger. I thank you for participating in this morning's program, and I look forward to working with all of you in 2011. Thank you.
Welcome to Channel 17, the Town of Colonie Government Channel.